Hi Taurus, welcome. Thank you so much again for joining me, liking, sharing, subscribing, and of course for your viewership. If you'd like a private reading, my email is listed below this video. Guys, we'll get straight into it and see what's happening for you. The World card, the Moon, King of Swords, Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. So for a lot of you, there's definitely this air sign. There's selection or contradiction or confliction between an air sign and a fire sign. This has come up for you for quite some time. I definitely feel from these cards that relationships are on the forefront for you. Very much so. Okay, you have the Queen of Wands. Interesting, you've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. An air queen and a fire queen. And then you have the Seven of Chalices. Okay, starting off from the top left, you have the World card. Now the World card is a beautiful card of growth. I feel as though for the past few months, especially with the planetary shifts, you've been really creating yourself a new world here, Taurus, in some aspect of your life, if not all. I understand there was probably minor or major change in your life, but the World card is all about the creation of a new world, the creation of a new sense of being, a new sense of self, a new relationship, the creation of a new happy family home, or just a new creation of a new life, starting from scratch, opening up to a new world. This is a beautiful card. This says to me that you're, if it is relationships you're dealing with, I definitely feel like someone is coming in here that is going to make you an offer, or that is going to prove to be a beautiful and lasting union here with the World card. Now the World card can often indicate travels as well, traveling around the world, being worldly, being cultured. You might undergo holiday trips, business trips around the world, maybe to a different city, state, or province. It doesn't necessarily have to be to foreign shores. The World card can also indicate there's a foreign influence around you. So you may be living elsewhere, working overseas, or connecting with people, working for a corporation that's based online or based in different headquarters and branches across the seas. In all corners of the globe here with the World card, but there's a foreign influence here. And if this is anything to do with relationships, there could be a meeting, if you're single, of somebody that's foreign, or meeting someone on a trip, or just having a large foreign influence. I think you're definitely in talks with someone from a different city, state, or country. It could be a long distance thing that you're currently undergoing as well here with the World card. If this is in a business aspect, as I said, it's traveling for work. Your corporation or the company you're working for is expanding globally, or expanding really, really well here. And if you are, doing a creative pursuit, if you do have your own business, and you're definitely taking to new heights, and there's growth and development here, and there's notoriety here with the World card. Could also indicate fame and international clients, customers, marketing opportunities, etc. So very nice with the World card, one of my favorite cards. It's also a card of completion, victory here. This is basking in optimism, basking in success and notoriety, fame, and things like that. Now moving on, you have the World card, and the World card is, the Moon card. Now the Moon card can represent a strong Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that's around you, but the Moon card is creativity. It's also intuition and perhaps interest in the esoteric arts. When I think of the Moon, there's duality here with the Moon. And what's interesting is that you have the World card, but you also have the Moon card. So there could be an emphasis on planets. And what's interesting is that you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So I feel like, I really feel as though there's some of you are getting into a long-term relationship, and you have a feeling you know who this person is. So there's a strong attachment to this person. But this is also creativity. It could have something to do with pets. It could be creativity at work, creativity in a relationship. This is emotional upheaval. So there's going to be something that might happen, Taurus. Or it could just be a strong water sign that's around you, because you do have the Seven of Chalices here as well. For some, there's a water sign that's going to really want to commit to you and want to make you a lasting union. And this person, I feel that there's a solid foundation to have a long-term relationship with. But moving on, you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a very charismatic, charming person here. It doesn't have to be male. Now, this is either a very important conversation that's going to come up in a relationship, or this is a strong air sign that's around you. Now, this air sign has been following you for quite some time, dear Taurus. You finally will be coupling up or reuniting with this air sign. The reason I say this is because you have the King and the Queen of Swords. So you have the King and Queen that complement each other in the same element. So this is a union of two people that are coming together here with the King of Swords. This could also be you might be consulting someone that's in a line of work where they use their words, their oral or their written communication. So this could be documentation. You might be consulting a lawyer, an accountant, someone in legalities, a business development manager. King of Swords is someone that's very well articulated. This could be that you'll be very well articulated, but I feel as though speech is going to be very, very important for you and the way you think. The King of Swords is also someone that opens up, is very honest, and is very direct. So this may be you, this may be the air sign, but this is definitely someone that's coming in around you and telling you exactly, we need to talk, or telling you exactly how they feel or what they want from you or what you want from them. But I feel there's a lot of open and honest communication that's happening here, which is really, really positive. This is coming out in the open. This is finally sitting down, laying everything down on the table here. It could be vulnerability as well, but I think for the most part, you're going to be very direct with your thoughts, very direct with your words as well, and someone else might be too. If this is in a business sense, as I said, it could be an important interview or conversation that needs to take place. It could be, partnering up with someone as well, because the King and the Queen here doesn't necessarily have to be an opposite sex. It could be same-sex person, but this is someone that perhaps wants to collaborate with you. And I feel this person, could be very charming and persuasive, but I feel for the most part, especially with the Seven of Chalices here, this card doesn't denote the traditional meaning of the Rider-Waite deck. The Seven of Chalices here is a lasting union. It's solid foundations and concreteness and, solidifying something. So in business, I feel there's someone you definitely can rely on and depend on here. Now, moving on, you have the Queen of Wands. This is a strong Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo that's coming in. If this is a relationship, this is definitely this person that wants to move with you. They want to travel with you. They want to change the dynamic of their relationship with you. Again, I feel as though you're conflicted between this fire and air sign. Now, not for all of you, but I feel for most of you, or some of you at least, you could be. And the Queen of Wands, there's this sexual energy to her. I mean, look at her here. She's got her dress is open. She's got a very strong, she's very appealing sexually. She's very, desired. She's very open. She's very free. She's youthful. She's, and that's what I think attracts you a lot, Taurus. And she's definitely going to be prominent here for you. But this is also, this could be a sexual episode you might have with someone. It could even be a one-night stand with this fire sign. And you may not even realize their star sign. But this person is going to have a certain, maybe even put you under a spell, so to speak, because you'll be so enchanted with this person here with the Queen of Wands. But she also brings a message of movement. So there could be travel, movement, change, physical movement in work and or love. So as I said, it could be, intimacy in a work thing. It could be commuting. It could be a work love interest or a work romance as well here with the Queen of Wands. But there's esoteric energy associated with her. That's how I feel. Now, what's interesting is the Seven of Chalices. As I said, this is a beautiful card of building on foundations. Look at all these chalices. They're so nicely lined up with each other, and there's balance. They're not toppling over. They're so evenly aligned. They're in order. There's concreteness here. So something is going to be solidified, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a work contract, whether it's having this important conversation, whether it's getting something out in the open here, Taurus. This is a lasting union. This is something that's going to prove fruitful. So if it's at work and you're wanting to implement an idea or wanting to take on a certain employee or wanting to apply for a certain job, there's commitment and there's promise of growth and development. So if it's a certain job you're after or a certain idea, you should definitely pursue or build on that idea, pursue that job, pursue that role, build on that idea, because I think it's going to be prove fecund, it's going to prove fruitful, and there's lasting union here. This could be even a friendship. This could be in a romantic aspect here, especially if it's with, it could be either way. There's a strong water sign here, but there's a very, very strong, most potently a strong air sign. For some of you, you will be coupling up with an air sign or declaring this love and exclusivity to a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or it could also be this this Queen of Wands, a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Perhaps you've engaged in somewhat of a battle. You do have the Ace of Swords here. This is cutting away, cutting away the bad, cutting away the toxic, cutting away the negative, fighting for what's right, fighting, it's worth it type thing. So maybe it's been a bit of a battle. Maybe it's been, an upheaval with this person. Maybe it's been testing because of long distance or perhaps some anxieties that have come into the relationship. But the Seven of Chalices is a beautiful outcome of lasting union. It's the pillar of Ra, and Ra was the sun god. Ra was one of the, one of the top. He was definitely on the top tier of all the gods in ancient mythology. So this is the giver of life. This is the promise of a new life, the promise of something that will last for a long time. Very beautiful. Again, we have the Ace of Wands. This strong fire energy is coming here. Now, for some of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be that an air sign and a fire sign is fighting over your attention and wanting your commitments. Ace of Wands is a new opportunity that's coming up, but it's an opportunity of change, of movement, of excitement. It could be in a relationship aspect, but if it's in a work aspect, I feel the Ace of Wands is this hand of God that's making you an opportunity giving you an opportunity of some kind. And Wands is fire, it's movement, it's lust, it's passion, it's change. There's a new opportunity coming up. So for some of you, you're going to be meeting someone new, someone foreign, maybe someone on a trip. It could be under any sign, but I feel this person has a lot of movement circulating around them. They may need to relocate every 2 years for work. They may need to travel quite often for work. They might want you to travel with them. It's really taking the reins though, so you may surprise yourself and really come out of your shell and be really dominant and be really direct. I feel as though you will be, because the Queen and the King say to me that you know what you want and you're going to go straight after it, and nothing and no one is going to stop you, Taurus. You do have the Queen of Swords. This is a strong Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that's around you. This person is wanting to commit. This person is going to tell you how they really feel. This person is going to open up. This woman or this man, regardless of your sex, this person is, very established, very charismatic, has a lot of direction. There's liberation around this person. They're very free-spirited, and then that might be something that might attract you, Taurus, but it may also cause you anxiety at the same time, because as much as you want stability, this person may not offer you the stability you want. However, I feel as though this person, there's a promise of a lasting union. And how beautiful to see that you have the King and the Queen of Swords. Some of you are going to end up marrying an air sign, or some of you are going around this time, you're in a relationship or will meet someone that could potentially be this lasting union. Whether you end up getting married or live in a de facto relationship or have this person in your life for a very, very long time, they will be important for you. This is a beautiful couple. It's almost like a power couple. So I feel as though this person, if, is very similar to you in that sense. If you do have a really good job and you do have, things together, you're very composed and you're very ambitious and you're very driven, then you will motivate and bounce off each other in a really positive way. You could also end up opening up a business together of some kind too. But definitely coming together, proclaiming your love for each other, being open, being honest, or perhaps for some of you there's a strong couple that might be around you. It could be a strong air sign or a fire sign. It could be very dear friends. It could be, your mother and father, siblings that are around you. And they're going to help guide you. They're going to help mentor you in some way, shape, or form. So that's very positive. You do have the Ace of Swords as well here. So for some, it's worth fighting for an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Perhaps it's a fire sign that you're fighting for. This is victory. This is finally getting what you want. Maybe it's finally getting this person, finally addressing, having this important conversation, finally taking that trip, creating that new world. This is you being victorious, looking back over the last few months, the last few years, and going, wow, I did it. There's this crown of victory here. This is finally overcoming turbulent thoughts, maybe. This is the hand of God that's offering you a sword. This is something that you've been working on. Maybe it's a project and you finally, show it to the world. And it's going to prove fruitful here with the Seven of Chalices. It says victory in a relationship, victory in a work situation. But this is something that has proved testing. Or maybe it will continue to prove testing, but you need to remind yourself, you need to know that there's victory here. It's going to teach you a lesson of some kind in your thoughts, in your character, in your relationships, in your everyday life, in your near or your distant future. Gains. It could be, I really feel it's something to do with having an important conversation. I really feel it's finally, it could be that you might have the last word, you might completely open up and you'll feel, 10 times better. I really feel like there's relief here. Relief because you finally have gained that relationship. Relief because you finally gotten your lasting union. Relief because you see that there's a promise of a new world, that someone can make you that offer, that can promise you a new beginning, creation of a new world. Maybe it's that you've been working for so long and you're coming into retirement and you've got the money you wanted and now you can retire. But I really feel it's more to do with relationships, Taurus. Not for all of you. I mean, you're not all going to become exclusive and get in this beautiful, lasting relationship, but I feel for a lot of you this will be the case. It's really beautiful to see. Very, very positive. I feel for some of you, you're really destined to end up with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's so obviously here. I mean, it might not happen right away, but it's definitely in the early stages. Okay, you have the Priestess of Patience. Maybe you've been patient for quite some time here. Maybe it's a lesson for you to be patient. Maybe it's that patience is going to bring you this person. Maybe you're going to meet someone that's very, very patient, kind, willing to wait. Maybe it's after you have this important conversation, this direct conversation or this help or patience putting something out there to the world. Maybe it's blogging because air can be communication. Maybe you're putting out a piece of writing or a piece of your mind. You're giving a piece of your mind to someone or the world or a fan base of some kind, and it's patience to see how people react. But it's also victory. I feel like you'll have a sigh of relief once you do. The dates that resonate with her are April 15th to May 12th. Something significant may happen around this time. So, between those dates. What's interesting is you have a dragon though, and when I think of dragon, I think of fire. So there's something that could be, patience might be needed around a fire sign. It's also possible, but patience is needed. Maybe you've had the patience that you need, but healing, green is the color of healing. It's nature, and I really think beautiful things are coming in for you, Taurus.